Today, the Skill Auto competition has rolled into the Volvo Academy here at Stevenson's College in Colville in Leicestershire. Today, it's the turn of the big guns. That's right, the heavy vehicle technicians are in the house. These are the national heats, and it's the last chance for these students and apprentices to book themselves a place in the final in November. So what's it all about? Now, here are the judges to explain what awaits the competitors.
This task is about making a fan operate in both directions via a protected circuit fused in relays. The candidates first start off with all the equipment to do the job with no circuit diagram. However, at any stage during the procedure, they can ask for the assistance of a circuit diagram. However, they do lose points for that.
They've got to fit and set up a final drive differential. They need to locate the caps, the bearings. They need to preload the bearings. They need to take a measurement of the backlash with the DTI gauge so they can use the DTI gauge, set it up properly. And they've also got to work out the ratio of the final drive.
So this task is a scheduled safety inspection with some set faults on the vehicle. So the task is to complete the safety inspection and find the faults at the same time.
The task here is involved with checking and measuring a crankshaft. What they're going to be doing is looking at the crankshaft for ovality of the bearing surfaces. So on a big end and a main bearing, they're going to be looking at ovality as well as taper. They're also going to be measuring the crankshaft for straightness to make sure that it's not out of true. And they're also going to be measuring the output flange for straightness and true as well.
This task is related to the starting system and the charging system. There are various different faults which the apprentice has to basically follow and fault trace themselves. Likewise with the charging system, they have to diagnose the faults that we've put on the vehicles ourselves.
This is a brake task where the trainees have to replace the pads, do disc run out, end float and report findings back to us.
Now that all sounds tough, but I'm sure these big lads have got what it takes. So today's contestants are Andrew Jones Lofting from Fife College. He loves his big head screwdriver. Harry Coleridge, he works at B. Thompson & Sons in Devon. He's packing an impact gun. Harry Williams of Brian Curry Limited, he loves a 20-pound hammer. Luke Copplestone from Scania, he likes to tinker with a multimeter. Connor Dean, he's from Virador Collection Services. He's a big hammer jammer too. Right, game face is on, guys. Away you go. Heavy vehicle, like every part of the motor industry, is suffering a skill shortage right now. The IMI is doing all it can to tackle it. This competition is just one of the many careers activities designed to bring people in. It shows them what's possible in a career in the industry, and it helps educate parents and teachers about the business. It replaces negative stereotypes with positive images, just like this. So after a hard morning on the tools, I asked the guys what had brought them into heavy vehicle maintenance and what they hope to do in the future.
I got into heavy vehicle maintenance. I started working on cars when I was younger, and it came up about a heavy vehicles apprenticeship, so I took that, and growing ever since. Got all my tackler licence now, so slowly getting forward. Hopefully I want to progress through DAF, so then hopefully end up working at Tame, which is their big DAF head office. So that's the goal in a couple of years, hopefully.
It wasn't something I was initially looking at when I left school. I applied for several different apprenticeships, and this was the one that I was accepted for. I do enjoy working in the heavy vehicle sector. I find it more challenging, a bit more rewarding than working on light vehicles. Become AirTech certified, possibly become an MOT tester on light vehicles, and then possibly move into the Voser side and become a qualified inspector.
Originally, I come into this apprenticeship scheme through, I started off at a backstreet garage, family friends, worked there 5 years, like trucks, just cars, vans, just doing it, bits and bobs. Then got recommended to join an apprenticeship for Scania, applied, successfully got in, loved the programme, IMI, fantastic. The way they teach you is also really good. Learned so much since I've been on the apprenticeship, so much in the workshop as well, lots of experience, been out on the road, breakdowns as well, it's also so good. Yeah, but I would recommend it to people. But yeah, I'd like to probably get to what's an escalation engineer, so it's just a step up for breakdown guys, so they go out and do fault finding if workshops can't do it. But yeah, no, that's what I'd like to do in the future.
My dad owns heavy vehicles, so I was always out with him doing bits and pieces, and applied for an apprenticeship through Scania Pro, and I got it in the end up, and I've been doing it now for about 3 years, and so far so good and enjoying it. And in the future I'd like to maybe become higher up and yeah, just do maybe office side maybe as well.
Well, I've always had a enjoyment of fixing things, whether it's little, big, electrical, mechanical, and then I got offered a job with an apprenticeship on my doorstep, and I had to take it. So, and I've loved it every minute of what I've been doing. Love to keep going at this, get as many bits of paperwork as I can, and then go and try different things at maybe dealership levels. And I enjoy the fleet work at the minute, but dealership's going to be different.
So that was a great day of competition. If you want to see the winners, they'll be on stage in November at Birmingham's NEC at the Skills Show. We'll see you again soon.